a lot of cool stuff.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw!
Good morning, Southern Fried Podcast fans and all of our breadheads out there in Cornbread Nation. We are glad you are here this morning. Yes, it's Friday. You made it. It's almost for the weekend time. I'm Rob. That's Dave. Welcome to the morning show. How's Dave this morning?
I'm awake, ready for a Friday.
Oh, you don't seem as excited on Fridays as you do on Mondays.
Well, sometimes I am.
It
Not
seems-
always.
It seems like on Mondays you can't wait to get there and look at everybody and go, "Happy Monday! Yeah, it's Monday." And
I
on
do like
Friday-
doing that.
And then on Friday it's like, okay, it's Friday. Y'all fixed to have a weekend. Congratulations.
I've got a CPR class this morning, so I figured I'd save all my energy to try to revive a dummy.
You're going to try to revive yourself at work?
No, a Democrat.
Oh. Is Mr. Jackass going to be the dummy?
I don't know which dummies they're bringing. It's just just some dummies.
Oh man, you might have to get mouth to mouth with Nancy Pelosi.
Oh no,
Or
no,
Elizabeth Warren.
no.
Oh, Maxine Waters.
We used to have this guy. He was well known to have bad breath all the time. There used to be a lot of people would make all the first responders would say, "You're gonna have to revive him if he goes down." They'd bounce it back and forth.
Wow. Well, Senate voted all night last night.
Yeah.
Now they got her done. Oh, did you see the video that Pete Hesketh put out?
Not sure.
Oh, they're doing these cuts, and Doge is getting in with the Department of Defense and all this stuff here. And of course, the legacy media is having the wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth. And oh my gosh, we can't do that. We can't let Doge cut dollars. We can't let Doge do this. Oh my gosh, Elon wasn't even elected. Oh my gosh, and they also got a civics lesson too in amongst all this. But from the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, he gave him a good. I think that's Stephen Miller. Am I right on that?
I believe that's right.
And he gave them a civics lesson. But they're
He
all
did?
going, and that's great. I love it. I love it. He did too, apparently.
6,000 IRS workers were terminated. Judge has defended the rights of his administration to terminate these employees so far. So
Yeah.
the cuts continue. So we'll see.
Pete Hesketh actually said that him or a member of his staff would come on. They're aiming to do weekly to update the American people on what they're doing to get in line with Doge, so they know where the dollars are going and what money's getting done. He said that way we can avoid the media.
Well, I think it's a good move. Transparency. There may be, and he's going to have to be really transparent. Not that he wouldn't be. I'm just saying because he's probably fixing to fire some top generals. And when he does that, there's going to be wailing and gnashing of teeth from the left, claiming he is, wiping out all these 5-star generals. And who is this little guy who did, wasn't that high up in the military? Well, it's coming. They're going to their heads are going to explode when he does this.
Oh, it's going to be great too.
But these are not decorated heroes. The ones he's going to be terminating are some people that have been the problem and impediment to our military being at proper strength and having the proper mission statement, not just, worried about things that the previous administration was wanting to drive. So, but they're going to really hate on him. It's coming.
It's all right. Because he's going to be out there putting, being transparent, putting it out there. Let the media hate on him. We don't care. As
Yeah.
long as we're getting the word from the horse's mouth, why do we care? It's not filtered through the idiocy of liberal and Democrats and stuff like that. When you get it from the legacy media, it's filtered through that. It's like making a good cup of coffee. There are a very few news sources out there, and when you put the water in the back and it drops it through the filter, you get a good cup of coffee. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, there's very few of them. There's a few, but very few. Most of them have their own agenda in mind. And when you make that coffee filtered through their own agenda, what you do is you pour the water in the back and you get a bunch of horse shit in your coffee cup, and you're pouring it out in your coffee pot, and you're pouring it out in your coffee pot cup, and it just, you look at it and you think, do I really want to drink this? I don't know. And you take a drink of coffee right in the middle of that. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I've got a good cup of coffee though,
Yeah, me too. I
don't have a reheated coffee from 3 days ago that some places like to put out. Tastes like it's been filtered through some 2-week-old underwear. I mean, that's.
And said I was thinking something right along the same lines, and you go ahead and went there. Okay, save me from myself. I like it.
The captain of the carrier has been stripped of command after colliding. How do you collide with a carrier with something? I mean, come on.
Well, what do
And
you?
how does something collide with a carrier? You can't say I didn't see it coming.
That's for darn sure.
I mean, really?
What is that? Oh my God. I mean, the things are huge. I mean, huge.
It would fill up a radar screen.
Yeah. It ain't no iceberg dead ahead. It ain't none of that crap.
It's a city.
20 miles away. Look out.
It's a floating city.
Yeah. There's a carrier 10 miles away. Look out.
Wow. And this is not the first time the Navy's had this trouble. I mean, this is about the fourth time that big ships, military ships, have collided.
Well, they do that. Now, there are some situations where they transport stuff from one ship to another. Okay. And there's a lot of lines involved and stuff like that, and a lot of close proximity piloting. So there are circumstances where these big ships do get close together. Normally it's a tender alongside something like warship. So there is that aspect of it.
Yeah.
And one little shift in either ship and you're collided. It don't take much when they're that close together. So, but
Well, you could say your career is over when you are stripped of the command. I mean,
yeah,
you'll be sent to some. Do they send them to a remedial? Like you got to go to a driving school. You got to go to you got to go get your certificate. You got to go sit in a room full of a bunch of losers.
All right.
Trying to stay awake.
You get over there and you parallel park that ship. Oh, make a U-turn. Make a U-turn. I could really and truly just see, the instructor there beside the captain wearing his tie and his pinstripe suit, looking all nervous and stuff. Got his little clipboard and his pen checking off boxes, and looking at him they're looking at the captain with fear in his eyes, and the captain goes, "Hey, you just sit down and buckle up and hang on. I've got this." Good morning, Cook.
It's a Cook sighting. Yes.
Yes.
Love you, man.
Love you too. Love you, brother. You better get yourself back in shape here. We gotta get you going.
We miss you, brother. Hope you're doing well. I just imagine I can just see like the instructor in a class like that. You've got it, if it's 20 people, at least 9 of them are repeat offenders. They've got the DUI again. They got to go back through the driving school. You got the older gentleman who had a little bit too much at the Red Lobster, and it's his first time, and he's grumpy because he's having to do it, and it was just 2 beers. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
And you've got some snot-nosed kids that got out and got themselves in trouble for different reasons. They got to go back. And then in the middle of all that, you've got this naval captain sitting there. And some kid said, "Well, I got a DUI. It was a trap," and they're all comparing notes. And what'd you do? Well, I was piloting an aircraft carrier, and I hit another ship. What? You didn't see him coming? No, I'm innocent. I'm like the rest of you guys here. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
That's more like it right there. It wasn't my fault. It
wasn't my fault.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I was framed.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, this skipper or captain has been running this whole ship, this floating city. Thousands of people under his command, all integral moving parts coming together into forming one cohesive team, in charge of billions and maybe trillions of aircraft on board. He is the most awesome fighting force out there. He is over it, but he can't drive.
Or he can't direct those who are driving, but that's why it's the captain's chair. I mean, you got to tell these people how to do it. What's going on.
I wonder what he wrote in the captain's log that day. Oops, man, I screwed up this time.
They hit a merchant ship, and it was near the entrance to the Suez Canal. No injuries were reported on either vessel. The merchant ship reportedly was sailing under the flag of Panama. Makes a person wonder.
Yeah.
The collision pierced Truman's hull above the waterline on the starboard quarter of the ship and damaged a flight deck extension called a sponson located aft of its starboard elevator. The carrier was deployed in September from Norfolk, Virginia, and is in port in Suda Bay, Greece, for inspections and repairs.
Wow. And see, those holes above waterline are the most dangerous holes you can have on a ship. Everybody thinks it's below waterline. No hole is good, but they have what's called watertight compartments. If they take a hit below the surface of the water, they seal it off. Okay, it's got water in it. We're not going to use that room. We're not going to open the door. It's basically a hole within a hole within a hole.
Yeah.
But when you get them above waterline, then it starts messing with the balance of the ship. Below waterline is not too bad. Above waterline, it doesn't take near as much weight and shifting to affect the balance of the ship. The water's heavy, dude.
His name is Captain Dave Snowden. He was removed after a congressional notification reviewed and was confirmed by a naval official. It's officially a loss of confidence in his ability to command.
Wow.
The interim captain will be Christopher Chota Hill, commander of the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, another Nimitz-class nuclear-powered carrier. He will be the interim commander.
Huh. Wow.
These are big vessels. I mean,
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I served on one and I've been on another one. So, I mean,
For that to have happened, it would seem to indicate, although I don't know the full investigation, that the other ship was not at fault. That they crossed into it. You would think.
you would
I
think.
don't know. You would think somebody asleep at the wheel. So, some guy had a little bit too much to drink the night before.
You think the skipper went, "Hey, Jesus, take the wheel." Jesus said, "Okay." I told you I didn't want to drive today. Jesus, take the wheel.
I can just imagine everybody on the ship, the ram, everybody on the board be like, "Oh, this is not good. This is not something we're supposed to be feeling." I would imagine they would think that they were under attack or something. People below ship, below deck, I don't know.
Here's the funny part. They wouldn't even have thought that they were under attack, I bet you, because they have all this sophisticated equipment to locate aircraft and enemy ships and all this stuff out there and to track everything within hundreds of miles of them. So they have the best reaction time possible. But they couldn't find this merchant ship in time to go.
I mean, yeah, it should never get that close.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I think they did right parking his butt because if you have a merchant vessel coming straight at you, you know, and you've got all this sophisticated equipment to track everything around you, and you can't make a decision before it gets there on what you need to do. Yeah, okay. Or it could have,
Yeah.
I could almost say it would be intentional for the merchant ship to hit them. I mean, for it to happen, either them intentionally hitting the merchant ship or the merchant ship intentionally hitting them. So I could see
Well, you know, uh, it's like when they went through the Hormuz and those little Iranian gunships, which are nothing more than I
so.
mean, they're just a floating, vessel with a gun on it. I mean, they're nothing to them.
Yeah,
And they let them get too close to them. You're supposed to have an area. I mean, a carrier is most vulnerable. It's the most vulnerable vessel because it's not a fighting vessel.
it's not.
And how did the ships around it
Let them get.
allow that? Yeah, I mean, you're the carrier group. There are a lot of ships that are and submarines that are attached to a carrier group.
And that's not counting the aircraft that come off the carrier. That's the
Yeah,
most outermost part of that defensive circle. You defend that carrier. And the outermost part of it is the aircraft off the carrier. And then you have the fast attack subs, your frigates, and then you move in, you got destroyers.
yeah.
You got all this stuff. The closer you get, the more oomph it's got, you know. So, yeah, that's just, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if you can see that. That's a picture of the commander, former commander, Snowden.
From here, it looked like James T. Kirk.
Well, he looks a little bit like James T. Kirk.
Captain's log. Spock is never going to
The,
let me.
the official statement said Snowden was relieved by Rear Admiral Sean Bailey, commander of Carrier Strike Group 8, after serving as the aircraft carrier's commanding officer since December 2023. He hadn't even been there that long. Snowden will be temporarily assigned to Naval Air Force's Atlantic. The relief occurred after the Truman was involved in a collision with the merchant vessel Besiktas after operating in the Mediterranean Sea in the vicinity of Port Said, Egypt. They hold the commanding officers to the highest standard and take action to hold them accountable when those standards are not met. Naval leaders are entrusted with significant responsibilities to their sailors and their ships. he was relieved. He had relieved Captain Gavin Duff as commanding officer of the carrier during a change of command ceremony on December 19, 2023. There's nothing much more there. I mean, they're not going to release a lot of information, but I was trying to see if they had any kind of stuff. It does say the position of the aircraft carrier and merchant vessel off Port Said was determined by means of AIS on-ship tracking. AIS data showed the vessel a bulk carrier registered on the flag of Panama and managed by Synergy Ship Management Turkey. So they determined through that, all of that, I guess that the carrier was in the wrong location or something.
Wow.
The USS Jason Dunham was sailing nearby but was not involved in the collision. The Sixth Fleet is investigating, didn't discuss whether AIS was deactivated, mentioning it's too early to comment about the circumstances of the collision. There's something weird going on here, Rob. I mean, how does a merchant ship get to a carrier? Again, I say you are monitoring as much as 200 miles off. You know, the carrier is the center point. It has to be protected from airplane, missile, whatever.
Yep.
How does a ship get that close? Again, that's weird. There's something wrong here.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I mean, because they say you could punch through the hull of a carrier with a 50 caliber machine gun.
Yeah.
Not that they're a mighty vessel, but they're not armored.
No.
They don't have to be. That's the whole point. You're never going to get to it. And now here this thing just got to it.
And don't think our enemies are not watching that.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's a huge black eye. I mean, it's not only bad that it happened, it's an embarrassment to the mighty abilities of the Navy. That should never happen. No. Never happen.
Under any circumstances.
And under any circumstances. And again, for the merchant ship, were they sounding alarms? Were they trying to communicate with them? Why didn't they change course? There's a lot of stuff. This is weird. It's a weird story, man. It's a really weird story.
Would you give up a merchant ship to take out a carrier?
Oh, there's plenty of people that would do that.
Yeah.
Was it a dry run? Was it somebody just seeing how vulnerable we were? That's scary.
Yeah, it is.
That's the Sixth Fleet, dude. That is a major carrier group.
We laugh and joke about stuff like that, but then we get to thinking about it. That is terrifying, actually. You get somebody like that that's willing to do that and get that ship that close to a carrier. You could sink. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, if you got enough explosives on board, you could sink one. Could you imagine that? This in itself is enough of a black eye. But could you imagine something like that? That'd be, oh my gosh.
I mean, it just makes you wonder, was there more going on here? Was there jamming of our systems? Maybe there's a hacking that's going on that we don't know. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the Chinese are involved. Who knows, man? We'll never find out, but it's not good. It's not good. You only have so many carriers. I mean, that's a Nimitz class carrier. It's very well known.
Yeah.
And they're sent to the hot spots of the world to keep the peace and also keep the shipping lanes open. Unbelievable. It's shocking.
Well, he took on a high-profile captaincy there, and it's come back and bit him right square on the buttock. He'll never get another one.
No, his career as a fleet commander like that is over. He might be piloting he'd probably be a desk job. He probably will never be a command of any kind of vessel again.
Well, he might get a tugboat. You don't want those years of experience to go to waste.
The USS Minnow.
Dude, don't do that to me. Come here, little buddy. The Professor and Mary Ann.
Oh,
You know, you get it. Don't even give him a new tugboat either. Give him an old, run down, beat up tugboat.
I have to imagine that the circle of friends or people that get together like pilots, they would get together. I mean, there's only so many people have commanded an aircraft carrier for the United States Navy.
Yeah.
That is a pretty, to me, significant group. And obviously they probably get together, and I mean, that's an exclusive group. That's about as big as it gets for the Navy, except to be, obviously way up high on the chain in their leadership. I mean, he can't never go to another one. I mean, he's out. He's dishonored now. Like, he can't show up because the jokes would be bad. Like, hey, there's Crash. There's Crash.
There's Sink 'em Low. Instead of hang 'em high, they got Sink 'em Low.
Yeah. Hey, Panama. How you doing, Panama?
He did a Panama.
Van Halen's Panama is playing in the background as he walks in the club.
He'd be up there, you shut up.
I mean, I hate that for him, but
he just better be glad it wasn't a bunch of chiefs that he had to be around. Let me tell you something. Them chief petty officers in the Navy, they have no mercy. None. Zero. Nada. Zilch. They would be all over him. Like, they'd be like, hey, merchant ship, dead ahead. I'm flying. They would be unmerciful. Hey, put the brakes on. What do you mean this thing ain't got no brakes? You better open up that screen window right there.
it's really sad. You think about the shame on the family, the wife, she's going to be impacted down at the local store, the kids, grandkids, Pawpaw had a collision. They took him off that boat.
Well, I wonder why him and his wife have so many kids. Dude, he hits everything.
Rob. Wow. Friday meltdown here.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I just stuck right on out there, dude.
Oh, man. Well, military can be brutal. And behind his back, they might not say it to his face, but he's getting ridiculed. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And what's sad here is, dude, he could have been in the toilet when it happened. He could have been at mess. He could have been.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
He has something else,
He's got to follow the sword. And some 22-year-old seaman who's up there, I don't know, pulled his phone out, flipping through his TikTok when he wasn't supposed to be. And this dude's got to take the fall for it. I mean, we don't know everything that happened. But what if he was on the toilet, dude? What if he was on the toilet?
Let me go ahead and put this out.
Watching videos. I don't know.
No. Let me go ahead and put this out there. Okay. They knew that ship was there hours and hours before they came in contact with each other. I guarantee you. They knew it was close hours and hours beforehand. If he was spending hours and hours in the head, then he should have been in medical. Okay? There's something bad wrong there.
Oh.
I said my cousin was over a nuclear sub in the Pacific, and it was super demanding. He retired without any instances. Yeah.
It is super demanding.
It is. It's
any any piloting of any naval vessel above or below sea level is, and especially, I mean, this is the head of the fleet. You know, you got the Sixth Fleet, Seventh Fleet, whatever. This is the hub. This is the main guy. I mean, they're the boss. Every other ship is there to defend the 100+ planes, the 6, 7, 8,000 sailors, and the ability of that aircraft carrier. That's the Queen Bee. All the other bees have to protect the Queen Bee. And how in the world does a merchant ship from Panama? I mean, come on, dude. At least be something big. Panama. I mean, what kind of a shipping company or fleet does this Panama have? Really? Panama. And you got your aircraft carrier gets hit by
cracking on Panama. They wrote a song about them. Panama.
Man.
Panama's Navy.
It just blows my mind.
Hey, you keep cracking on Panama's Navy and they'll roll out there and they'll teach you a lesson. We're coming. Y'all slow down. They'll roll out there and teach you a lesson. You mess with them.
It's a bad look. And like I said, it shows vulnerability to our enemies. Yeah. Russia, China, others. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it just makes you wonder what's the bigger story.
Yeah.
How, I mean, the why is one, but how? The how is the big part.
Yeah.
What, like you said, what systems were they activated? Were they on? Wow, that's pretty big, man. Pretty big.
Yeah.
And it's damaged enough that it's in port. So a carrier is not meant to be sitting still. Mm-mm. It's a duck, man, when it's sitting still like that. You want your carriers moving.
Yeah.
Especially on foreign seas. It's just amazing.
Not to shift topic too much, but United States lost that hockey game last night.
They did.
So
Trudeau had to be I didn't either. Trudeau had a smart remark.
Yeah, and I find that to be funny. He said, "You can't take our country and you can't take our game." Ooh, Mr. Fixing to not be in charge anymore. Listen to you be all snappy and snippy. But you still almost lost your game. It wasn't like you won by a big margin,
Well, when they become the 51st state, we'll just we'll claim all those victories,
Yeah. Hey, we beat ourselves.
It'd just be a playoff game then for ourselves.
Back when Canada wasn't a state, they actually beat the United States in hockey. But now that they're a state, we're not even going to count that loss anymore. Now that they're a state, we're just not even going to count it anymore. And,
Canada.
Oh, Canada, the 51st state. How lovely are your maple leaves. I don't know how the old Canada song goes. I know that ended up being a Christmas song, but I didn't know how it was going to go anyway. So
I wasn't going to point that out, but I don't know how you went from Canada and maple leaves to
song, dude. I don't know it. I'm American. I know, Star Spangled Banner, My Country 'Tis of Thee, American Beauty. I know all them, but I don't know the old Canada song. I know it's old Canada. I thought that for a long time it was that the national anthem was Canada. For Canada was the song from the Arrogant Worms. The RHCMP is not the life for me. The Mammy song. I thought that was it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry. Not my country.
Now, you were in the Navy, right?
Yes.
Do you remember the naval song?
Oh, yeah. Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. Till our last night on shore. Here's wishing you a happy voyage home. Yeah, I remember it. I also remember the Marine Corps song.
Uh-oh.
I love you, you love me.
Not
We're
good.
a happy family. Hey, look, Marines and Navy personnel are morally obligated to give each other a hard time. Okay? If we don't give them a hard time and they don't give us a hard time, we think they don't like us anymore. Okay? We have to give each other a hard time. That's the only reason why they let Marines on board naval ships. Because sailors need somebody that they can dance with so they can lead. Oh, hey, look, we love Marines, we love Navy, we love Army, we love Air Force. And we even like Coast Guard, who becomes, in wartime, becomes a part of the Navy. Uh, we love all of our military, our reservists, everything.
And the
Yeah,
Space Force. We now have
of course, yeah.
a Space Force.
We laugh and joke and cut up, even among the branches. We've all been giving each other a hard time for years and years. And let's keep that tradition going. Let's all just jump in there, have fun. You want to make some Navy jokes, fire them off. I do know what Army stands for. You know what Army stands for, Dave?
I've heard you say this before, but I don't remember what you said.
Marines came up with this one. They told the Army that Army stands for aren't real Marines yet, and Army hates that. Marines love it. Yeah, I'm just saying. You aren't real
And all
Marines.
and all other branches call the Navy swabbies and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And
so,
their taxi cab to get them to the fight and all this stuff.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's all done in good humor, and you know, hey, get that taxi over here, pick me up. They say that up until they're out there in the junk, and they say, "Okay, we need an airstrike. All right, your taxi's sending you one." You know. Oh,
By the way, I saw that Robert Diamond Dog Tag on the Appalachian Trail posted another short video. He has a cold. He has a cold, so
oh,
in this kind of weather, that got to be careful. So y'all
yeah,
pray for Brother Diamond Dog Tag out there on the AT. He's
yeah.
doing good though. He said actually being in the cold seemed to help his cold. I guess I don't.
Okay,
Maybe it helps him breathe better. I don't know.
yeah. I could see that. I don't know. I'm stuffing myself this morning. Uh,
Well, after being around Jack last night.
I try to stay as far away from that guy as I can. I don't even like him.
Good morning, Miss Jennifer.
Good morning. You have a good day too. I'm gonna hang out and just be pretty today. I think easiest job I can do. Clickbait. Go ahead, Dave. You
I
want
have
to say
not.
something? I can see the
I
look.
have. I have nothing to say.
Okay. You could just say, I know. You could, but you're not going to. And I know
I'm not. I'm not going to. No, it's a reap what you sow. If I give you a hard time, I know that I have one waiting on me. the kids up here have been out of school for 2 days
Oh,
due to snow and cold and ice, and they have to go back to school on a Friday.
good morning,
And
Rick.
good morning. And I can just imagine that this group of teenagers is not going to be in a good mood having to go to school for having been off 2 days on a Friday. So I'm just going to save my comments.
Yeah, because you're fixing to have to. Yeah, that was a big orange cat butt that you just saw go flashing across the screen. Yeah, because you're going to have to drive them. Can you imagine what they're going to be saying? I can't believe I'm going to go back to school on a Friday. And they need to say let's take the day off too.
Exactly.
Oh, and you get to hear all this. You ought to have fun with it. You ought to have fun with it. See if you can convince them that it's actually Monday. You could be like, "What do you mean going back to school on Friday? This is Monday."
Well, when you get in the vehicle, you survey the landscape, and one of those that I survey is my granddaughter.
Okay.
And if she has that look on her face, and every guy knows that look, I just leave it alone. I just leave it alone.
In other words, you're scared.
I'm not scared.
Yes, that is a fear move. And don't even come back and say, "Oh, I'm not scared. I'm just I'm not scared. I'm cautious." Don't try that. It's fear. We know. We know. Hey, we don't blame
it's not
you for
fear.
being scared. There is nothing more scary than a hacked up little someone that's a 12-year-old girl, 12, 13-year-old girl that's just hacked off at the world. There's nothing scarier than that. I would rather face down Freddy Krueger and Jason and Michael from Halloween at the same time than deal with a moody 12 or 13-year-old girl. There's no problem with this, Dave. There's no problem. It is a scary, scary thing. All right. Nobody is going to blame you for that. No, we're not judging you. We're actually have a lot of admiration for you to be able to face that kind of mental, emotional, and possibly, yes, physical abuse that could come from this 12 or 13-year-old girl when you tick her off. Dude, salute. You think that captain was scared after he hit that merchant ship? That is nothing like the fear and terror that you're fixing to face. And you're doing it stoically. You with a smile on your face, you are approaching this ambush of emotional pain that is fixed to just be poured all over you because this 12 or 13-year-old girl has to go back to school on a Friday. You enjoy.
It's a short trip.
Yeah, but it's not going to seem like one. It's going to seem like you're driving from coast to coast with no rest breaks. Let me tell you, the anger and the upsetness is going to come seething out of the back. You won't even have to turn the heater on in the car. Okay? There'll be enough heat coming out of the back seat or the passenger seat to warm the entire vehicle and possibly half the city. I'm just saying, dude. And she's probably not even going to say a word. She's probably not. She's probably just going to be in the back seat.
It's a total of 4 girls and 1 boy.
Oh, dude, you're not surviving this. You or the boy, either one.
Hey, she's actually showed up. Thank you.
No, it's mine. Do you want a drink?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, see, did you hear that? It's already
Hey.
started. It's already starting.
Are we happy to go to school today?
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Dude, get in the foxhole. Don't start early. Dude, protect yourself. What are you doing? You want to keep this as short as possible. Don't start now. Don't ask questions. Do not poke that bear, Dave. You will not survive it. That is a 700-pound grizzly bear shoved into a body of a 2-pound chihuahua. Don't do it.
She has the look. There's no doubt.
I'm just telling you. You're not. Dude, don't poke that bear. It's got. My goodness. When my daughter was 13, she made me buy her an iPhone. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Daddy.
Oh, that's rough. Not only having to go to school on a Friday, but a 2-hour delay. Ouch. Oh.
And twins. Oh. One boy, one girl. You're not going to survive that either.
That's when you throw out those slogans that we think sound good, but they hate it. Would you say, well, it'll go by fast?
That is the wrong thing to say at that point in time. Okay, that is absolutely the wrong thing to say. It'll go by fast, and they're looking at you like you're an idiot. You are an absolute idiot. Don't just shut up. I mean, with the look in their eyes, they're gonna pretty much beat you down. To nothing, to a pulp. You're going to be emotionally scarred, Dave, for the rest of the day after taking her to school this morning. 3 girls and 1 boy. You and that boy ain't going to survive. I mean, you're not.
Hey, Kaylee, come here.
Yeah, don't look them in the eyes, Dave. Don't look them in the eyes.
Come right here. I just want to know what it feels like to go to school on a Friday after being off 2 days.
Leave me alone.
What'd she say?
That look that only a girl can give. It's kind of half laughing, half mad. Leave me alone. She's smiling, but it's.
No. That's that smile to lure you in and get close enough to where she.
Come on.
They're vicious. I'm telling you, they're vicious.
That's Robert.
It's me. What are you doing? Did you hear me?
She can't hear you.
I'm just telling you, that smile, that little cutesy smile is a lure. And all these little girls know it. And they lure you in. And when you get too close, they pounce and attack. And then they'll teeth come out and they chew you up and they claw you and scratch you. And it may not be physically, it may be emotionally. But emotionally, you're going to be scarred before you get her to school. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, dude, you're not going to survive it. Hey, but the good news is you contact Joe and Donna and talk to them, and they might be able to get you through this.
Maybe. Oh.
They got them beaver teeth that just pop out. They're almost like vampire fangs. The little girls had them beaver teeth that kind of pop out and just gnaw at you,
Oh. Well, we remember what it was like, when we have to,
I do. You can't remember that far back.
Oh, sure I can.
What about the poor little boy that's in the back seat? He's got to be in close proximity to. You need to put him in the passenger seat up there with you.
He's in here too. He's the one dude,
You need to put him in the passenger seat with you. You
he not only
with those bears, those female bears, he's not going to survive it.
Well, see, one of those girls is his sister, so he has to deal with all the girls, and one is his sister.
Oh, yeah, put him in the passenger seat. He's not going
to survive. Ain't it? It's a tough life, ain't it?
There's 5 other ones standing
If you're scared, just say it. Come on, get on camera.
I was just seeing how many people Watch it.
Oh, there's only a handful. It's not a busy morning.
Yeah, it's just a couple people in here. A couple thousand. Go ahead. Stick your head in here.
She's not going to do it. You want to come? Come here. He says no. Anybody brave enough to come on camera?
TikToks and
Y'all aren't going to survive. I'm telling you,
he
it's
got a
going to be
video.
bad. Oh,
Oh,
Dave, I got an emergency. I need to step away just a sec. I'll be right back.
all right. We have a shout out city this morning. It is Toad Hop, Indiana. Toad Hop, Indiana. If you're there, we salute you today in the great state of Indiana. Toad Hop. I don't know how it got its name, but I can only theorize. Good morning, Jake. Sorry I'm late. Had to deal with something. Yeah. Well, we're glad you're here, brother. I've been really busy. Lots of stuff going on. I've got to get with you. But I have been listening to some of your songs you've been posting. Those were very good. Enjoyed that. But yeah, I've got a couple of questions for you. We'll hook up this weekend, and I want to ask you a couple of questions, Jake. Jake Husden from the great state of Mississippi. Be sure to listen to his music and his site. He's out there on YouTube and
Oh,
other places. But Jake is a tremendously talented individual and has been a blessing to our podcast in many, many ways. So, and he'll be coming back on with us soon.
hey, Dave,
Yeah.
I just had a thought for you
Oh Lord.
on taking these girls to school this morning and that one little boy on a Friday, 2 hours
Yeah.
late. You're going to get a pretty good idea as to what the captain of that aircraft carrier felt like.
What?
You're going to know. You're going to know because they're right behind you. You know exactly where they are. But you still got to keep going, you know. And it's your responsibility to get them there alive.
It well, it is my responsibility.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just throwing it out there. If you fail in that for whatever reason, it's coming down on you. Much like that captain that we were talking about. I'm just saying, dude. Oh, don't poke that bird. Don't poke it yet. I'm worried about you. You call and let me know you get them dropped off safe, okay? That's a free. For a second, I thought Jack was coming up.
He will make a reappearance, but not this morning. I don't think we can handle him on the morning show. Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's all about us in South Georgia, and we hardly have any good restaurants in Nashville. The only restaurants that they
We have comments about the show going on the sideline here about you in South Georgia. I don't know if you heard that or not.
what'd she say? She
What were
said
you
we
saying?
have good restaurants.
South Georgia don't have a nail salon, Starbucks, any of that.
Oh, South Georgia, no nail salon, no Starbucks, no McDonald's.
Yeah,
No,
we're
there's
not communists
McDonald's, but
down
they
here.
suck at doing their food. They
And they
messed
suck
me
at
up
what?
for like 3 times.
Hmm.
Those are just people.
That's one site. This is other. There's different ones.
All right, now. So she's up there giving South Georgia heck,
Now
right?
he's on Instagram.
She's telling her friends all
Oh,
about South Georgia because she's now been there and has experienced
I'm not.
South Georgia.
okay. You tell her next time she comes down, she go keep trash talking South Georgia. I will take her over to the Okefenokee Swamps for a tour.
And the show things have a whole.
Well, I want to ask her if when I go back to South Georgia, are you going with me?
No, go.
She's going to her mom's. No.
Oh.
Snowing in Texas. Awesome. West
Oh.
Texas snow.
Well, you tell her next time you come down to South Georgia, we're going down to Panama City to see what
Yeah,
she
we might go to the beach.
To the beach.
Maybe.
Go.
She's all in now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I knew that.
Can you
That's the good thing about South Georgia. It's only about 2.5 hours from the good beach. Huh. Don't get on, mate.
Where did you find that at?
Oh, my goodness. It's already starting, Dave. You not surviving this morning. She's already going. Rare form. You let that little boy sit up in the passenger seat beside you. Don't you make him sit back there with them
Don't
girls.
worry.
He never gets in the front seat. Never.
Why?
I don't know.
He might this morning. This is critical, dude. You need to warn that poor boy. He needs some advance warning. You know, there's
He's
other,
pretty young. How old are you? Huh? How old?
Wasn't he just 8?
You're 9? He's 9 years old.
I'm 12. She turns
And you're
13
12 and you're
She turns 13. I'll be 13 in like 2 weeks.
almost 13.
There you go.
okay.
There you go.
Just call her 12. Don't call her almost 13.
So
Call
you're
her,
12.
you're gonna
Yeah.
die. You're gonna die. You are gonna die.
I'm tall in spirit.
She's fixed to be a 13-year-old girl, a actual teenager, and you're referring to her as just 12 still. You're gonna die. You're not gonna survive this trip, dude. I'm telling you.
Well, she did delay in answering. She said, yeah. Because they like, you always want to be older when you're that age, I'm
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
13. I'm almost 16,
So you're 12.
In 2 weeks. 2 weeks, she clarified.
Yeah. So she's 12.
Are you going to buy me a cup of coffee? You scanning my QR code?
Oh, never mind. No.
Curious minds want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to do an interview with them girls one day.
I'm all for it.
Interview. We'll get Jack to do it. We'll get Jack to interview him.
What do you think about Georgia Bubba? That made her laugh.
Uh,
No, I talked to you about this puppet.
You're not talking about the puppets. They have names.
yeah. They're not just
Uncle Jeb, Georgia Bubba,
JJ.
JJ.
How would she feel if we just referred to her as the 12-year-old girl?
That little old one right there isn't even yours. That's Cook's. So.
Well, Cook's sick.
Hey, how would she feel about if we didn't use her name? We just referred to her as 12-year-old girl, preteen. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just call you 12-year-old girl, preteen? No.
Well, she shouldn't be calling them puppets.
Yeah. They have feelings,
You're just puppets.
They have feelings. Don't listen. Don't listen, guys.
Whoa, feelings.
It's going to be a fun ride to the schools this morning.
Oh, yeah. We got them all fired up.
No, he is not bringing those puppets. I'm going to throw them out the window.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
To bring one of the puppets, to bring Georgia Bubba
and go
on the trip.
Go through the drive-through.
No, drop us off first. I'm not dealing with that puppet, please.
Go through the drive-through and let Georgia Bubba do the order. Or even better, let Uncle Jeb do the order.
Uncle Jeb. It would have to be Uncle Jeb.
Let him do the order at the drive-through.
One thing before we go. You love Raising Cane's, right?
Chick-fil-A biscuits.
You love Raising Cane's. If we went to Raising Cane's through the drive-through, would you go if Uncle Jeb did the order at Raising Cane's?
They don't see the puppet?
No, they're going to see the puppet.
Look, I'll be in the back line.
She's going to hide.
No, tell her she has to give her own order. You're not giving it for her.
Oh, she likes doing that.
Yeah, but she's got to do it. You keep Uncle Jeb up there. She has to get right up there so she can do it. They have to see her to get the order. So it got her pastry right up there beside Uncle Jeb.
Oh, we definitely want to see this. We definitely want to see that. Absolutely.
Will you make an order? Will you get making an order at a drive-through with it on?
If you come up tonight is front porch talking. Tonight would be the night to do that.
And if you get us a video of you going through a drive-through and making an order with a Boba Fett helmet on, we will air it. Yes, we will. You got
Oh Lord.
Kylo Ren also. He wasn't as
Oh,
cool as Boba Fett. I'm sorry. Kylo Ren was not as cool as Boba Fett. Sorry, I'm just not gonna. I can't do that.
that would
But
be
cool that you got
killer.
a Kylo Ren helmet. So
That would be killer. Absolutely killer.
yes, yes. We had one of the smallest parts ever in the whole Star Wars movies, but he became one of the most famous of all. That was amazing. No
And Ron,
reservations. Sorry, that was Vader.
yeah. What was the big fat thing that Jabba the Hutt,
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt? You could be that, Robert.
What was that big old thing that looked like a giant sphincter? Can't remember. I think that was a Dave. I'm not sure. Uh uh was very nice. That's not very nice. Hmm.
Hey, you had a pretty girl on your side. I mean,
She was wearing a metal bikini. That doesn't sound like any fun to me. I'm sorry.
but he failed because he had a chance to take out uh Luke, the whiner, the crybaby, aka Mark Hamill. The world would be a better place if his character had been done away with. Darth Vader had thrown him
But when
off
you
the
go back
side.
and you see the prequels, you find out Vader was a whiny little girl too. So I
Yeah,
mean, it fits.
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, it fits. Luke was just as whiny as his daddy. You know, the whole thing is though Vader, when he turned to the dark side, he really got dark. You know,
All right, I love it. For front porch tonight, we're going to talk Star Wars, and we're going to do it in a twist. If if Star Wars was redneck, we're going to talk about that tonight.
if Star Wars were redneck, oh,
Yeah, we're going to
we got this, baby. I guarantee you, the trailer park trash is going to be the Ewoks.
front porch tonight,
It'll be
baby.
Jawas. The Jawas and the Ewoks are going to be the trailer park trash. I'm not just going to throw that out there.
I can't wait.
The Jawas are going to be the trailer park trash from Alligator, Mississippi.
Oh yeah,
Well, Dave, good luck on your journey this morning, getting them girls to school, surviving it. I don't think it's
yeah.
that to you.
I need it.
You call me, let me know if you make it safe, okay?
I will. But
Choke collars, lead poles, muzzles, whatever you need to get through this, you do, okay? Safety first. Wear thick leather gloves.
remember,
Hey, y'all.
what? Don't look them in the eye. That's what
No,
Tire Man said.
don't look them in the eye. Don't make eye contact. Hey, y'all have a great, wonderful Friday. We give you a great big salute. And we'll see y'all tonight on Front Porch Talk.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast.